Let's take a trip on my magic banana. It's a flavorful extravaganza over clouds, over trees, over seas, over space and time. Start at the tip and move towards the stem. Soon we'll be out in the solar system, seeing stars we never dreamed we would ever see. Let's take a trip on my magic banana. Let's take a trip on my magic banana. Are you Tyler?
Sam?
That's me.
Would you please refer to me as Eden? My pronouns are there and theirs. I can't get the app to change my name.
Sure, Eden. That's no problem. Hop on. Let's go.
Okay.
The app says we are going to More Than Waffles in Encino. Is that right?
Yeah,
How's your day going so far?
I'm okay. Can I ask you a personal question?
Sure. What's up?
Do you have a girlfriend or a wife?
No, I'm divorced. I've been single for a long time.
Do you have kids?
No.
Do you have a big family, like parents and aunts and uncles and cousins and randoms that your parents call family, but you don't know how you're related to them and they show up at holidays?
No, I've never really had anything like that. Except when I was married, I had in-laws, I guess.
It's tough. My family is like, I don't know how to say it.
What's that?
Here's the thing no one tells you about big families. They're like this, forever swarm. And yeah, maybe that was cool back in the day when you needed backup to survive. But now it's like they're just this pack of scared little parasects clinging to each other and acting like it's some kind of life hack. And yeah, maybe that sounds dramatic, but like for real, I can't even breathe without someone all up in my face. You know what's hilarious? They think family means support, like, oh, we're such a great supportive tribe. But it's really just control. They say they love you, but it's love with strings. You either fit in their little mold, or you get drowned in their so-called support until you basically just give in. Like, family isn't this epic feel-good thing. It's an ancient instinct that clings on way past its sell-by date. They're not helping me live. They're helping me stay stuck. And I don't even know who I am anymore. The fake version they're celebrating, that's not me. But if I tell them the truth, it's back to all the judgment, the where did we go wrong drama.
I don't understand. What happened?
I just wanted a girlfriend, a girl who actually liked me. But every girl at my school, they're all non-binary or gender fluid or something. So I figured maybe if I said I was non-binary too, I'd have a better shot. Like maybe they'd see me as one of them or whatever.
Okay.
So yeah, I told my family I was non-binary. Not even because I am, really, but because I thought it would make them back off. Give me some space. But of course, my mom goes full proud mama bear mode. She hugs me, seriously hugs me, like I just cured world hunger or something. Now, I'm basically this fake little hero to her kid who's so brave and special or whatever. And the thing is, I'm just me. But now, I've got to pretend this whole non-binary thing to keep up the charade or she'll probably implode. Then, finally, I meet someone. This girl from another town. Someone who actually likes me for me. Her name's Ryan, which I thought was cool. Whatever. I bring her home, hoping maybe my parents will back off. But no, they look almost disappointed. Why? They thought Ryan was gonna be a guy. Here I am, with an actual girlfriend and they're disappointed she's not a dude. Families are just these self-replicating units of terrified people huddling together, clinging to whatever keeps them from facing the real world. And this is all wrapped up in this late-stage capitalism cult they bought into. Like, they don't even think police brutality is a problem, or that climate change is happening, or that we need universal basic income to redistribute wealth. I swear to God, my dad thinks recycling is real. Like, why is it okay that I should go into debt trying to get a college degree that's already worthless? Like, we need immigration reform, not more Kirkland lasagna, which is the most elitist lasagna, because you have to pay a membership fee in order to have the right to buy it. Plus, my parents have no idea how the internet actually works. They see something trending, and suddenly it's the end of the world. Like the other day, my mom comes to me freaking out because she saw some article online about people eating cats. Yeah, eating cats. She's like, "Can you believe this? What's happening to society?" Meanwhile, she doesn't get that the whole thing was some troll account blowing up a fake story just to get people riled up. I tried to explain to her that the internet is full of this stuff. Trolls, clickbait, fake outrage. But she's like, "But it's on a verified account, so it must be true." Yeah, because blue checks are just as clueless, Mom. So she's sitting there totally buying into this idea that we're in some crisis because of a fake story someone made up to get clicks. It's ridiculous. And it's not just her. It's like all of them. My parents, their friends. They don't get how the internet works now. They have no idea how people troll for engagement, how they just make things go viral on purpose just to manipulate the algorithm. These stan accounts, these troll accounts, they're playing everyone. And people like my parents, they're falling for it every single time. They see something trending and think it's real news when really it's all part of some troll's plan to farm clicks or push some narrative. And it's not just about pop culture stuff. These same tactics are everywhere now. Political accounts, right-wing accounts, they're doing the exact same thing, stirring up fake outrage, posting memes, baiting people into arguments just to boost themselves in the algorithm. And the scary part is, if my parents can't tell when a story about people eating cats is fake, how are they ever supposed to figure out when it's politics or something that actually matters? I swear, they're stuck in this old school mindset where anything they read online is legit, like the internet is this trustworthy place. They don't get that the whole thing is just a game now. People trolling for engagement, trying to go viral for views or for money. And meanwhile, my parents are out here believing every word of it, like the internet's feeding them hard facts. Oh, it's so exhausting. They're getting played and they don't even know it.
When I was your age, all of the attractive women pretended to be lesbians, yet miraculously all married men. Usually guys who were just starting out at financial firms, but sometimes just guys who had trust funds. Occasionally there would be one broke guy who was athletic that they met at a Fish concert, but that was the exception. All of them had 2 or 3 or 4 kids, started big families. Then this weird thing happened in the late 2000s when Food Network had really peaked, and most of their husbands decided that they no longer wanted to work in finance, and now they wanted to work in restaurants for a lot less pay. Most of them ended up in divorce, and the women would post on Facebook about how happy they were raising their kids alone and occasionally trying to be micro-influencers for some THC gummy brand that their new boyfriends who looked like they had met at Fish concerts were hawking. And the media literacy issues were there too. Do you know what it was like trying to explain to my parents that I had friends I had never met or spoken to on the phone, that I knew just from the internet? You can't even imagine trying to tell someone 30 years ago that they would have to give their phone number at Supercuts before they would let you pay for a haircut. People actually cared about their privacy. The specifics change, but the behavior stays the same. I've never been in your situation, But if I can give you any advice, which is what I assume you're looking for if you're telling me about all of this, I would say ignore what most people say and watch what they do. Most people are lying to you about who they are, how they feel, and what they think. Don't become bitter about it. It's easy to find all sorts of red pill bros who will tell you all women are awful and all relationships are bad because that's what you want to hear. But it's not true. Have sympathy for people who are incapable of being their honest selves because they're coming from backgrounds like yours, or they've been incapable of escaping from the tribalism of their families. If you really want society to progress and you really want things to move forward, you yourself have to be an example of that. I'm not telling you to get involved with dishonest people or to be disparaged about your situation. Just know that there are a lot less people in the world who are really committed to improving their lives and really helping humanity advance in a healthy and meaningful way than there are those who are afraid. Progress isn't just people wearing t-shirts and putting those "in this house" signs on their lawn and thinking that they should act a certain way because that's just as fake as the behavior that they're trying to cover up. Progress is applying new ideas based on new information and new technologies to existing problems. And what's seen as conservative now was once considered progressive. Don't forget that either. You can't stop wars based on religion because, as Heidi Fleiss once said, zealots respect neither death nor suffering in their crusade. So you do things like flood those areas which generally suffer with low employment and lack of education, with teachers, internet, phones, and cheap laptops in the hopes that it will educate and improve the lives of future generations. But then the corruption and dictators come in and intercept the phones and turn off the internet until you pay them. So you have to use force and remove the dictators with new dictators who will allow the flow of information to continue for less money, but then they become corrupt and it's a never-ending cycle. Then you have to deal with all the population who are still uneducated, but they are using that technology that you gave them to distribute memes about how you're interfering with their politics and keeping them oppressed. Then more wars break out and nothing gets anywhere. It takes decades, maybe even centuries for things to change, if they ever do, but they won't change without continued progress, which most people don't want, by the way, because as you said about your parents, most are scared of change. Don't latch on to each passing fad that seems progressive. They usually aren't. Learn about how the hippies died out. Learn about how Jimi Hendrix played the Star-Spangled Banner to a half-empty Woodstock on a Sunday afternoon because most of the people pretending to be progressive still had to be at work on Monday morning. Learn about how the environmentalists of the 80s ended up selling themselves out to corporate interests and how the same corporations did things like replace Earth Day with the Global Citizen Festival so they could control the narrative.
It's just...
I know. You want everything to happen for you right now. The honest truth is that things may happen for you or they may never happen for you, but you just have to keep moving forward no matter what. You're going to have good days and bad days for the rest of your life, and no matter what kind of day it is, just be understanding of other people, but keep doing what you need to do to keep moving forward. People are going to be mean, they're going to lie, they're going to try to cheat and steal from you. Just keep moving forward. People used to say this quote all the time when I was younger. They would say, "If you're going through hell, keep going." It's a good quote. I think you should think about it more. Go home, tell them you lied about being non-binary. Maybe you'll get the reaction you were looking for. Be yourself. Being yourself and standing up for yourself are not easy, but they are the only way to really survive in life, okay?
I should be crying. Why am I not crying?
The atmospheric pressure makes tears evaporate immediately.
Wow, that's really weird.
Tell me about it. I was your age once. It sucked. I get it. Take care of yourself. And because we are still in that late-stage capitalism, don't forget to leave me a 5-star review, please.
Will do. Thanks, bruh.
You got it, bruh.